through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, where I answer your questions about how to get rid of your head trash, get unstuck, find your voice, and automate your business so you can have more time freedom, personal freedom, and financial freedom. Hello again, I am Noah St. John from noahstjohn.com and afformations.com. And you can ask me anything right here on this page. Go ahead and submit your questions, your comments, your stories. Also send me some hearts, smiley faces, and thumbs up so that I know you're engaged, because the more you're engaged with this program, the higher that it will show in Facebook's algorithm and the more people will get to share in this life-changing message. Now, today I'm going to continue my look at one of my favorite books, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. Now today our chapter is entitled, If You Have a Lemon, Make Lemonade. Now that's a cliche, isn't it? But you know what? What's so funny about some of these cliches is that they all have a grain of truth. When writing this book, says Dale Carnegie, I dropped in one day at the University of Chicago and asked the Chancellor, Robert Hutchins, how he kept from worrying. He replied, I've always tried to follow a bit of advice given to me by the late Julius Rosenwald, president of Sears. When you have a lemon, make lemonade. That's what a great educator does. But the fool does the exact opposite. If he finds that life has handed him a lemon, he gives up and says, I'm beaten, it's fate, I haven't got a chance. He then proceeds to rail against the world and indulge in an orgy of self-pity. But when the wise man is handed a lemon, he says, what lesson can I learn from this misfortune? How can I improve my situation? How can I turn this lemon into lemonade? After spending a lifetime studying people and their hidden reserves of power, the great psychologist Alfred Adler declared that one of the wonder-filled characteristics of human beings is their power to turn a minus into a plus. And here's a great story of a woman I know who did just that. Her name is Thelma Thompson. During the war, she said, my husband was stationed at an army training camp near the Mojave Desert. I went to live there in order to be near him. I hated the place. I had never been so miserable. My husband was ordered out on the maneuvers in the desert, and I was left in a tiny shack alone. The heat was unbearable. 125 degrees in the shade of a cactus. Not a soul to talk to. The wind blew incessantly, and all the food I ate and the very air I breathed was filled with sand, sand, sand. Sounds pretty bad, huh? She says, I was so utterly wretched, so sorry for myself, that I wrote to my parents. I told them I was giving up and coming back home. I said I couldn't stand it 1 minute longer. I'd rather be in jail. My father answered my letter with just 2 lines. 2 lines that will always sing in my memory, 2 lines that completely altered my life. 2 men looked out from prison bars. One saw the mud, the other saw stars. I read those 2 lines over and over. I was ashamed of myself. I made up my mind I would find out what was good in my present situation. I would look for the stars. I made friends with the natives, and their reaction amazed me. When I showed interest in their weaving and pottery, they gave me presents of their favorite pieces, which they had refused to sell to tourists. I studied the fascinating forms of the cactus and the yuccas and the Joshua tree. I learned about prairie dogs, watched for desert sunset, and hunted for seashells that had been left there millions of years ago when the sands of the desert had been an ocean floor. What had brought this astonishing change in me? The Mojave Desert hadn't changed, but I had. I had changed my attitude of mind. And by doing so, I transformed a wretched experience into the most exciting adventure of my life. I was stimulated and excited. I was so excited, I wrote a book about it, a novel that was published under the title Bright Ramparts. I had looked out of my self-created prison and found the stars. And Harry Emerson Fosdick repeated this in the 20th century. Happiness is not mostly pleasure, it is mostly victory. Yes, the victory that comes from a sense of achievement, of triumph, of turning our lemons into lemonade. Fascinating, isn't it? Now, I've often told you the story of how I ended up $40,000 in credit card debt. $40,000 in debt, which was not my fault, but was on my name. Right? I was with a person who put me into debt, but I was stupid enough to listen to her. So the $40,000 of debt was under my name. I had never been in debt before, ever. And I was $40,000 in debt working out of my parents' basement. Now that is lemon. That's a frickin' lemon that life handed me. And I went to this book. This is the book that really got me through that tough time, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And I realized, well, Noah, you've been an idiot. You've listened to the wrong people. You haven't listened to yourself. You got yourself in debt that you didn't need to have. And now you're in this lousy situation, $40,000 in debt, working out of your parents' basement. So what are you going to do? Now, I did, in fact, have that orgy of self-pity that Dale Carnegie wrote about. I had that for about 2 weeks. And I hated my situation. I hated the world. I hated everything. I was very angry and deep into self-pity. And finally I said, all right, well, this isn't getting me anywhere. This isn't paying my bills. This isn't getting me out of debt. This isn't getting me out of this shitty situation. So what are you going to do, Noah? And that's when I decided to hire my first mentor, my very first mentor, who taught me how to take what was in my head and put it out into the world. At that time, I only had one book. I had a paperback book called Permission to Succeed that was published by the Chicken Soup for the Soul people. And that's it. I didn't know how to make any money. I didn't know how to put an online course. I didn't know how to do teleseminars. At that time, there really wasn't any webinars. There were very, very few. That was some years out. But my point is that I didn't know how to create an online course. So I learned how to create an online course. I studied really hard and I put it together. I had a very tiny little list of under 1,000 people. And I just basically said, hey, listen, I've got this class coming up. If you want to take it, here it is. And I made $12,000 from a tiny list of fewer than 1,000 people back in 2007. And that was my very first online program. And that is what propelled me to the success that I have today. That was the turning point in my life. And that's what enabled me to make enough money to pay off all my debts, become 100% debt-free. I've never had any debts since then. I have a perfect credit score. Now I own a beautiful home in the Midwest. I have found my beautiful wife, Babette, and now I'm the only author in history that's has had his works published by Hay House, HarperCollins, Mindvalley, Nightingale Conant, and the Chicken Soup for the Soul publisher. And all of that happened because I realized that I could take the lemon that life had handed me and make lemonade. So what's your lemonade story? What is life handing you right now? Where are you saying, man, this sucks. What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this lousy situation? Well, if you'd like to talk to me about that, if you need some help with that, if you'd like me to mentor you, if you'd like me to coach you and help you get out of whatever situation that you're in, or even if you're not in a lousy situation, even if you're in a pretty good situation and you just want to make it better, if you want to leverage what you have, that's what we teach. That's what I've been teaching for 20 years now at successclinic.com, is how to use what you have to get more of what you want. How to use what you have to get more of what you want. Now listen, we all want more money. We all want more time. We want more energy, and we want better relationships. Those are the 4 areas that I teach: time, energy, relationships, and money. All right, that is what we have. And all of us want more of those. We want more time. We want more energy. We want better relationships, and we want more money. Those are the 4 areas we want. But guess what? You have what you have right now. Now tell me if you agree or disagree with this, all right? Send me some hearts, smiley faces, and thumbs up. And right here, right on these comments, what do you think of what I'm saying right now? Do you agree or disagree? Okay? So my point is, all of us want more of those things. That's what success is. We want more of that. But guess what? You have what you have. So even though we can sit around and wish for more time, wish for more energy, wish for better relationships, and wish for more money, wishing doesn't make it happen. The only way that it works is you have to use what you have to get more of what you want. So I could have sat there in my parents' basement, $40,000 in debt, and said, why don't I have more time, energy, relationships, and money? And I did do that. I did do that for 2 weeks. So I gave myself 2 weeks of self-pity. And then I said, well, this is stupid. So get your head out of your ass and get to work. And that's what I did. And now, again, there's one thing to be said for work, and I'm a big believer in hard work, but I'm a better believer in correct work, in proper work. You know, there's a big thing out there say take massive action, but that's bullshit. You can be going and doing all the wrong things. It's not about taking massive action. It's about taking correct action. That's when you need a teacher, a mentor, a coach, someone who's been to the top of the mountain and can show you where to go and what to do and what not to do. It's just as important to know what not to do as what to do. So that's why I have helped my clients make over $100 million over the last few years. Now, I've made millions of dollars since I moved out of my parents' basement over these last 10 years. So it's been 10 years. I've made millions of dollars between the ages of 40 and 49. Now that I'm 50, I'm going to keep making money. I'm going to keep helping my clients make lots of money. And we're also doing it for a larger purpose. So what my purpose is now is two things. Number one is to help 10,000 small business owners double their performance and profits. And number two is to help 100,000 veterans and their families overcome the effects of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So if you or someone you know would like to have help growing your business, if you'd like to grow your business, if you'd like to start your business, if you'd like to grow your performance and improve your profits, then you talk to me. You go to noahstjohn.com/talk and you book a power hour with me, and I will give you specific strategies and tactics that you can use immediately. Okay? And if you know someone who is suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, send them to Noah St. John, send them to me, and I will help them. All right? So that's our mission at successclinic.com. So we have many, many ways for you to get involved, for you to take advantage of all of the incredible tools, strategies, tactics, methods that we have to offer here at successclinic.com. Okay? And you don't have to go through the shit that I went through. You don't have to end up $40,000 in debt. You don't have to end up in your parents' basement, all right? I did because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have someone holding my hand, teaching me. All that's out there is a bunch of shitty teachers, all right? People who can't teach their way out of a paper bag. So I'm helping you with this, and all you have to do is take advantage of it. Go to noahstjohn.com/talk. noahstjohn.com/talk, and we will get you back on track in no time flat. All right. So I highly recommend this book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have a success story, share that right here on noahnation.com. Remember, I'm here on noahnation.com on the Ask Noah St. John show every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, where I answer your questions about how to get rid of your head trash, how to get unstuck, find your voice, and automate your business so you can have more time freedom, personal freedom, and financial freedom. And I want you to get more out of everything that you have. You have the time that you have. You have the energy that you have. You have the relationships that you have. And you have the money that you have. And you may be sitting there saying, yeah, but Noah, I don't have enough. Hey, nobody has enough. None of us have enough, right? I never have enough, never have enough. But if you always focus on I don't have enough, then you will never have enough. Right? I didn't have enough when I was in that situation. I said, I've got to use what I have, even this little tiny, teeny bit, to get what I want. All right. So we've got tools, we've got strategies, we've got programs, we've got products, we've got coaching and mentoring. We've got everything that you need to grow your business, start your business, and leverage what you have to get more of what you want. So contact me, take advantage of these tools, take advantage of what I'm bringing to the table, because it will only benefit you, your family, your loved ones, the people that you love, and your legacy here on the earth. So for everyone here at successclinic.com, I'm Noah St. John, signing off for now. Oh, let me give you today's affirmation of the day. All right, let me give you the affirmation of the day, and it is as follows. Our affirmation of the day is, this is a good one. It's a really good one. Our affirmation of the day is, why do I make lemonade from life's lemons? That's a good one. Why do I make lemonade from life's lemons? And that's a good tongue twister too. Lemonade from life's lemons. Lemonade from life's lemons. Lemonade from life's lemons. Well, I can do it. See if you can do it. Can you do that? Lemonade from life's lemons. That's a good one. All right. Well, so for everyone here at successclinic.com, I'm Noah St. John, signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed today's program. Remember to join me every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on Noah Nation. Tell your friends, tag your friends on these broadcasts. Tag your friends, get them involved. and let's double the size of 10,000 small businesses and help 100,000 veterans and their families to overcome PTSD. I'm Noah St. John signing off for now, and until next time, I look forward to being a part of your success story. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.